Okay, shout out to my man Joshua X12 who put this one in front of me. Very creative verses, because what we have is a matchup of Akasha, the Queen of the Damned, versus Carrie White, the blood-soaked, telekinetic high school girl. And this is a perfect kind of short form battle to look at her psychic forces against his vampiric ability. So let's break it down the way we like to do here. Now, let's look at both of who they are. Now, Akasha, we know her from Queen of the Damned, or Vampire Chronicles lore. She is an immortal vampire goddess. That's going to be important. She has telepathy, bioresistance, also important, super speed and strength, durability, flight, blood magic, mind control over vampires, and pyrotechnic type abilities. And she's basically invulnerable. She has a lot of things that are working in her favor here, and we're going to talk about these things and why they matter. She has some vulnerabilities if you can affect the brain or the heart in a catastrophic way, but she can't really die. She would come back. Now, Carrie, of course, we know from Stephen King lore. Brilliant. This is a psychic bloodstorm walking around. Now, her powers, telekinesis, emotional power surges, electrokinesis, pyrotechnics, right? Trauma-triggered psychic shields. Now, her weakness, of course, is she's a 17-year-old girl, right? She has human frailties. Now, breaking this fight down in the terms they're going to fight at, there's going to be some mental warfare. Akasha can typically dominate minds, but Carrie's mind is very erotic, right? Very erratic. She's gone through a lot of trauma and rage, so I don't know if Akasha can control that mind, but I'm going to say she's probably not totally immune. This is going to be a slight advantage. Overall power output, well, let's get real about Carrie. She can destroy buildings with like a glance during a fit of rage. But Akasha can incinerate a person without lifting a finger, and she's taken on an entire vampire army. So she's got that one. In terms of like just toughness and durability, again, Carrie White is a gentle 17-year-old young girl. Akasha is like basically an invincible immortal, so she cannot be harmed through conventional weapons. Now, their tactics are going to matter here because Carrie is reactive. Akasha is a hunter, an aggressor. So while Carrie reacts, Akasha is a strategist. So she's going to come in knowing what she's going to do already. Now, I go with the probability, knowing what their power sets are. I'm going to see Akasha takes this thing like 60% of the time. I give Carrie a lot of really juice because that 30%, I'm looking at her telekinesis making a quick strike, maybe blasting right through her brain or her heart. But overall, just Akasha, I just think is another level of being. And she's lived for thousands of years, or hundreds of years at least, whereas Carrie's just reaching adulthood. She doesn't really know how to control her powers on the level that Akasha would. So I think it makes for a good fight, and I love Carrie. Like, this is one of my favorite characters in fiction. But in this battle, I got to go with the Queen. That's going to be Akasha with a nice margin. Like I'm saying, 60% of the time, this is going to go Akasha's way. But thanks for the comment on it and pushing me towards this versus battle.